About 350 delegates are up for grabs in Tuesday's primaries. 36 will come from Mississippi. Despite being a predominantly Republican state, Mississippi Democrats have proven they are determined to come out in full force for their party's primaries. Mississippi Today reports Tuesday's Democratic primary turnout could be an indicator of how energized Democrats in the state are this year. In the 2008 primary, a record 434,000 people turned out for the vote between Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. That's more than the record Republican primary turnout, 416,000 in 2016, when Donald Trump won the state. Bobby Harrison penned that piece. He is Mississippi Today's senior Capitol reporter covering politics and government. He joins me now from Jackson. Thanks very much for being with us.
Well, happy to be here.
So you wrote that 2008 Democratic turnout in Mississippi was a sign of excitement across the country, resulting in the Obama victory, even if he lost the state. Does the energy going into the primary among Democrats appear to be at that same level this year?
Well, if Sunday's visit by Joe Biden to the state is any indication, it is. I mean, he had a real good visit to the state. He spoke at New Hope Baptist Church in Jackson, one of the state's largest predominantly African-American churches. And then he spoke at Tougaloo College to several hundred people, to an enthusiastic crowd. He has a lot of endorsements in the state. So yeah, I think there's a lot of enthusiasm behind the Joe Biden campaign right now.
Well, Madison County has been one to watch. When in 2019, Jim Hood, the Democratic candidate for governor, won the county, the first time the county voted Democratic since 1987. What impact can this county have if it votes Democratic again?
Well, that county's been kind of interesting for me to watch. You know, you guys on the national level talk all the time about the educated suburbs sort of switching from Republican to Democrat in recent elections in 2018, and in some special elections. And Madison County, the southern side of Madison County anyway, is the closest we have to those affluent college educated suburbs. We know we kind of lag behind in terms of people with college education in Mississippi. I think we're trail only one state. Surpass only one state in terms of the number of college graduates per capita. But Madison County is that county for us where there is a suburban county, is a Jackson suburb. And so in 2019, it did vote for Jim Hood in the race for governor. It's the first time since 1987, as you said. So I'll be watching that county tomorrow with a lot of interest to see if the number of people voting in the Republican primary there increases. You know, in Mississippi, we have an open primary process. You can just show up at the polls on election day and decide whether you want to vote Republican or Democrat. So that's always makes for interesting election results.
Well, in Mississippi, all 16 state Senate Democrats and U.S. Representative Benny Thompson endorsed Joe Biden. Is it clear what kind of influence these endorsements have on voters?
Yeah, I think all the House Democrats, state House Democrats, all 44 of them, I also think endorsed former Vice President Biden. So yeah, I think that's going to have a big impact. You know, on the Sanders side, his biggest endorsement in the state, it was actually a strong endorsement, was from the Jackson mayor. Jackson is the largest city in the state, and also has the largest number of Democratic voters. And the mayor there, young progressive, Mayor Lumumba, did endorse Bernie Sanders, but I think it's going to be offset by almost the universal. I mean, in terms of statewide, the universal support Biden has gotten from most elected leaders in the state on the Democratic side.
So Senator Sanders canceled his event in Jackson, Mississippi Friday, and instead brought the city's mayor to campaign with him in Michigan. Could that hurt his support in Mississippi?
You know, I think he saw the handwriting on the wall. Joe Biden had such momentum in the state after, you know, what happened a couple of Saturdays ago in South Carolina, and this past Super Tuesday. You know, we have the largest percentage of African American electorate in the country. So, and I think, you know, they know Vice President Biden. You know, he was. I think the fact that he was vice president of the Obama administration. It carries a lot of weight with the African American population, and quite frankly, the all Democrats here in Mississippi. So I just think that Senator Sanders saw the handwriting on the wall and felt that his time could be better spent in Michigan than it was going to be spent here in Mississippi.
So voters will also be casting their ballots in a Senate primary race where Democrat Mike Espy is favored to win. Espy is looking to face off against Republican Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith again, a race he lost in 2018. If Espy is the chosen Democratic nominee, what are the chances he'll be able to win that seat?
Oh, he won't. I mean, it'll be, we're going to the summer, and I do think Espy will win the primary and win it handily. He also is an endorsed Vice President Biden. But I think, he'd go into the summer as a prohibitive underdog against the incumbent Republican Senator Cindy Hyde-Smith. But he has vowed. He learned from the 2018 campaign. He got close. He got 47% of the vote, and almost 47% of the vote in the 2018 special election. So he vowed. He's learned from that election. He's going to run a more aggressive campaign this time, and he's had some strong fundraising numbers. But still, I mean, it's just so hard for a Democrat to win in the general election in Mississippi. We have. I think I've seen studies where we have the largest percentage of voters who are aligned with one party, and no circumstance would they vote for the other party. And until that changes some, it's going to be hard for the Democrat to win statewide. But in 2018, Espy got almost 47% of the vote. In 2019, in the governor's election, Jim Hood, the Democrat, got almost 47% of the vote. So the Democrats getting closer. And who knows, if a few things go their way this summer, going into the November general election, it might be a little different this time. We just have to wait and see.
All right. We will be watching. Bobby Harrison. Bobby, thank you very much for your time.
You bet. Thank you.